Welcome back to Akira Kizzau, issue number 6, Howling, Torment. You don't look happy to see me, Snowsong said, putting her girlfriend at arm's length. By the way, you're a cute elf, but sort of short. Kizzau watched Salia start to shake. I think we need to hear Salia out. Everything is happening so fast. We should just get back to watching over the llama pack as it makes its way through the city. Once that's finished, Shelly should have a better picture. Are you sure about this? Ari asked her in a whisper. She's in a state of shock, Kazao responded. If this were me, I would have a million different scenarios running through my head. Being a wizard did not help my bipolar mood swings. Frost, Sally said, stepping away from Snowsong. I love that you raced to be at my side. My sister is right, though. My mind is spinning. Being a wither causes a bit of paranoia to spread when events spiral. Since you came all this way, do you want to help us walk with the llama? Maybe you can help me organize a plan. On that, I may have an idea to help Gertie and her friends, Snowsong said, taking her MP3 player out of her pack. She gently put her hand in Saya's to guide the newly transformed elf outside once more. The computer on Kazau's wrist began beeping as she followed her sister-in-law back to the streets and the already marching llama. News report, Kazau said, reading the bulletin as the words scrolled across the readout. It seems someone broke into the archives at the library. The only thing stolen was an original print of a news article from Earth showcasing the supposed photograph of an urban legend. Which one? Ariana asked. And it's odd to take the original when copies still exist in the archive. The Whoopeltinger, Kazau said, showing the image to her wife. It makes no sense. Why take one without trying to erase the others? Was anyone hurt? Only an archivist, and she's being treated at a hospital. Let's save looking into it until Gertrude and her friends are where they want to be, Ari said as they found Gertie. The llama was now marching in the middle of the herd instead of the front. Kazaa smiled as she saw Sawyer drape her arm around the waist of Snowsong. She felt Ariane take her hand, causing her to breathe a bit easier. She had not known she was holding her breath for long moments until that moment. Which do you think we'll ask? Kazao asked Ari. Saya has been nervous about talking to Snow for a week now, Ariane replied. I suspect she has been trying to figure it all out. I need to get my head out of streamer mode once in a while, Kazao said. I never picked up on any of that, and I call myself a scout. Excuse me, said a familiar voice from behind them. Both turned to find Bob, the wizard. He seemed to be a bit out of breath, as if he had been rushing to catch up with him. If you do have a moment, I may have an answer or two as to what may have been behind today's events. Kazao motioned for the human to walk beside them. What happened with Garza's sword? We relocated it to an artifact vault, the human said. I made certain it was a temporary solitary confinement. If we're dealing with the being my group has been tracking, then there is some larger plot at hand. Might it be a Whoopeltinger? Kazao said, asked, tapping her wrist to bring up the article about the stolen document. The Whoopeltinger, Bob replied, nodding. And yes, we've been tracking it for months now. There seems to be some huge conspiracy surrounding the events that led to the expulsion of Glass Widow as leader of the Withers. Kazao stopped. Ariane turned to look at the human wizard. We made certain she was imprisoned on an aspect with zero contact. Are you certain this leads back to her? We will be forced to step away from these events if she is involved. Oh, Glass Widow has nothing to do with any of it, aside from most of the forces are found to be connected to people that were adversely affected by her actions that day. If anything, they would want revenge on her. What group do you belong to? Kazao asked, tilting her head in suspicion. I would rather not say, Bob replied, tapping at one nervously at his side. You're a skullfinger, aren't you? Kizzau asked. For long moments, the human stared at the two elves. After making a nervous cough, he nodded his head. We hunt the beings and creatures thought to be urban legends, even to a world full of unique and varied personalities. We captured the actual boogeyman and helped the walkers prove they were being hunted by Nyarlathotep. I know my group is dangerous, Kizzau said. In both the instances, you wrecked entire aspects. Both of those aspects have been sealed off for fear that the beings dwelling on them could wreck large swaths of the populace here. To our credit, those aspects were empty. That's why we lured the beings to them, Bob said as he began to pace. Please, if the Whippletinger is behind all of this, then its friends may be on the core aspect as well. If those three are here, then they are planning something that may threaten all we hold dear. And with that, I will see you next time for the concluding part of issue number 6. And thank you for listening.